Another important element of the project is the main page. Although it is practically ready, let's look at a few key elements of the main page, and we'll be running a parallel between the page itself and NetBeans, where we use the tool that we use to change it. So let's look at so the home page is actually page-home.php, and we open it up, and we see one big section, which is the revolution slider, and that's the slider that we see at the top of the page there. I'm gonna come to it soon. And the next section is actually what we see after here. This welcome to the People's Lobby Group portal and the 4 sections. Very briefly, we have the section is the title, and after that I just added this one line to divide the title from the content. It's a simple feature here. And we have the section container, which is usually in the other pages where we're going to be adding content. So this is a good example of what we'll be working on the other pages. We see here the section class container, and within that section we have everything separated in divs, right? So the first standard div class row, and it's a section that, or the feature, the tag that tells, okay, I'm gonna use the whole width of the page, right? So always div class row, and in this case we're gonna divide that row in 4 columns. As you see here, we have 4: one for PLI, PLEF, word search corps, fair text brackets. If you want to divide into 3 or 6, it also be possible, right? But so in this case we're dividing it in 4, as we see here. So we have a div class call md3, right? 3 times 4, right? 12. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Remember, the columns doesn't have to have the same width. They don't have to be equal. However, the sum of the columns must equal to 12, right? So we have the call md3 here, and within each column then we have a div that just sets the tone, right, for the website. So these are CSS classes. So I'm using the class the featured box that we see here, and there's not really much happening to this box, except for the fact that it defines the area, right, where the text will be added. It doesn't mean that you have to use it on the other pages, just for the template, right, that I set up for the main page. And here we have this, the eye icon is always the image. So this is what the eye represents, the little round circle with the users. We have a link, right? This is a PLI. Actually, the link is not pointing anywhere at the moment, right? We have here People's Lobby Inc., and there are different pages where we would add it. So let's say that we would like to add it, to point that link to the mission, right? The PLI mission. And so what we have to do here, there are 2 ways. I'm gonna show you where to look for it on the menu, right? So we can copy and paste the link. So let's go back and look at the header, and let's scroll down until we find the People's Lobby Inc. and mission, and we see here that this is the link to that page. Remember the very important code site URL and then the website name. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna replace the reference with that code. So now I'm sorry, it's not here, it's here. So from now on, when I click on that PLI here, right now it doesn't do anything, just goes back to the main page because there was nothing there. Now if I refresh the page and click on it, I'm gonna go to the mission. right? So let's do the same thing for the other ones. The PLEF, let's look at the header. For the educational foundation, let's also point it to the mission. So we're going to copy that and paste it here. We have the Word Service Corps and the fair text brackets also. So let's look for those. Let's continue scrolling down here. If I remember correctly, they're under projects. And let's go back here, projects. Okay, so our organization, projects. So here they are, the Word Service Corps. So let's maybe point it directly to sign the petition right here. And the fair text brackets, let's do the same. Go to sign the petition, and here, as you can see, it's always the href, right? The tag or the source src of the image. But we always be using PHP code to dynamically link things, right? And so if we go back here to the page and refresh, all those links, they would point to the right pages. Okay, so now let's take a look at how the Revolution slider works. And I actually will record a separate video to make it short.